A Vietnam vet pauses and feels the need to come in contact with the engraved letters on the marble wall. Letters that reveal a life, letters that tell of a death. He asks why and knows that not but for some curious twist of fate, his name will be on this wall also. A child pauses from play and says, "Angel Daddy, I miss you." A grieving wife visits the wall, but the presence of all the names does not soften the blow of that one special name. She leaves the wall, spiritually moved by the experience. We feel her sorrow as the spirits of these young men and women whose names are permanently enshrined on this black wall of marble, as their spirits navigate through our universe, we are reminded of their lives yet unlived. Their lips are forever stilled in death, but if they could speak, they might say, "We shared our thoughts, our fears, our happiness, and our tears with you. We shared letters from home and faced our final endless night of eternity with the courage and conviction that the freedom we fought for will always be cherished by those who come after, by people like you and me." The Vietnam veterans of Rutherford County present the Healing Wall in honor of all of those who gave their lives in Vietnam, especially the 10 from Rutherford County. They also pay tribute to those whose bodies were wounded and tormented from the terrible effects of this war. Rutherford County, North Carolina, situated in the foothills of the majestic Blue Ridge Mountains. As we walk down the streets of the cities and towns and breathe the pristine, fresh mountain air, or walk through the car lots and ponder the used cars, or just stand on the corner and watch the traffic go by, we are reminded how wonderful to live in such a country where we are free to do the things we love to do and live the lives we want to live. But where did this freedom come from? Was it always here? There are many among us who know the answer to these questions. People like Shirley Guest, who lost her brother during the Vietnam War fighting for this freedom. Listen to Shirley as she reminisced about her brother, Buster.
We do. He was kind, he was generous, and he was very good. And any of the family could call on him anytime for anything. He was always. How close Buster was with his brothers and sisters. And my mother, she grieved for him till the day she died, too. Well, we all grieved for him. But we grew up. What did he like to eat? He liked we grew up on country food. And he did. And he was just like us. We liked anything from pot of beans to a big steak, and he was the same way. I'm glad they are bringing the Vietnam Wall here. Maybe it'll make people realize how much that our young men sacrificed by giving their lives. Sometimes I don't think we appreciate our servicemen and the sacrifices they do make. So I'm really glad they're bringing it here.
Mazzell and Hubert Bailey know the cost of freedom. They lost their son Douglas during the Vietnam War, and the agony and hurt is still there today. First, a telegram from the Army informing Mazzell and Hubert Bailey that their son Douglas had been killed in action. Then the newspaper articles describing how he had been killed by sniper fire. And finally, the letters from his comrades and his buddies in the Army. Listen as Mazzell reads part of a letter from one of Doug's buddies.
Prayed and prayed for your comfort. I couldn't write it first, then thought it best not to even write, but now felt I should. I hope I haven't hurt you again. He just wrote and wrote. 8 of them were killed that day, and they.
Hubert recalls taking Doug to the airport and what he told him on that final day.
I was taken to the Charlotte airport to catch the plane. I told him, I said, son, I says, you're 20 years old. I says, I'm 40. I says, if I could go today in your place, I'd be more than happy to go in your place and let you stay at home. That's what I told him. But good Lord, he didn't see it. I believe that's pretty well covered. Only thing I said, we miss him today. We missed him when it happened, we still miss him today. So but I don't worry about him. I know where he's at. He's at peace with him. One day I'll see him.
Mazel hopes the wall will give comfort.
I am thankful that for all the young men that served, and that they can see it and remember.
As I walk down the steps and enter this hallowed ground, I'm reminded that these men are forever young in their final resting place. As I look at the stone markers, their brief lives flash before my eyes. Michael Smith wrote a poem for his mother. My finest hour is for you, Mama. In the morning, just past the break of dawn, you'll awake and realize just where I've gone. Far, far away in a ruined and tortured land, amidst the jungle heat and burning sand, where many a man has fought and died, where the brave and lonely are standing side by side. But fear not and hold your faith. Wipe your tears away. Just kneel down each night and pray. Pray for the safe return and for the job they do. And pray to God with all your heart that I'll return too. Be proud of me, dear Mom, no matter what it brings. For God is standing watch for men they call Marines. Corporal Buster Godfrey was the son of Mr. and Mrs. Abby Godfrey, and he entered the Army in 1959. He grew up on a farm with his 3 sisters and 2 brothers. He was wounded by mortar shrapnel and died in the arms of his comrades who were treating him. His sister Shirley said he was a good brother, and we still miss him. Private First Class Henry Harrison Ford Jr. was the son of Mrs. Betty Jean and Henry Harrison Ford Sr. He was a 1964 graduate of Carver High School in Spindale, North Carolina, and attended Fayetteville State College, where he played on the track and the basketball teams. He joined the Marines on March the 1st, 1966. He died on December the 12th, 1966. He was 20 years old. Captain Steve L. Canby was the son of Mr. and Mrs. Lewis Canby of Forest City. He graduated from Cool Springs High School in 1959 and subsequently graduated from North Carolina State College with a B.S. degree in mechanical engineering. He joined the Marines and served in Company B in the United States Marine Corps. He died on February the 12th, 1967. Corporal Michael Ray Smith was the son of Mr. and Mrs. O.M. Smith of Spindale. Corporal Smith attended the Spindale Elementary School and graduated from Garinger High School in Charlotte. He liked to write poems. He asked his sister to pick one of his poems from a scrapbook to give to his mother. She picked the poem which we heard earlier. He joined the Marines and was a member of the Marine 1st Reconnaissance Company B section in Vietnam. He died on May the 13th, 1967. He was 21 years old. Army Specialist 4th Class John Mitchell Hicks was the son of Mr. and Mrs. Avery Hicks. He was an honor graduate student from Chase High School in 1960 and attended the Big Level Baptist Church in Polk County. He married Martha Henderson and lived in the Shiloh community right for Rutherford. He joined the Army where he served as a radio operator, and he died from small arms fire on May the 14th, 1967. He was 25 years old. Sergeant Leroy Johnson Jr. was the son of Leroy Johnson Sr. of Bostic, North Carolina. Sergeant Johnson graduated from Carver High School in Spindale in 1963. He joined the Army in 1964. He had 4 brothers and 2 sisters. He died on January the 26th, 1968 from hostile small arms fire. He was 25 years old. Private First Class Douglas Grant Bailey, the son of Mrs. John Hubert Bailey, entered the Army on August 24, 1967. He wrote home that he had many close calls. Once I saw a helicopter crash filled with soldiers. I was supposed to have been on it. He died of gunshot wounds sustained in a combat mission. He was 20 years old. Corporal Steve Edwin Lowry was the son of Mr. and Mrs. Max Williams Lowry of Alexander. He attended East Rutherford High School and was a member of the Alexander Baptist Church. He joined the Army in December of 1968, where he earned 2 medals, the Air Medal and the Bronze Star. He died from small arms fire on March the 6th, 1969. He was 19 years old. Private First Class Earl Hayes was the son of Mr. and Mrs. Leo Hayes. He entered the Army on August 26, 1968. He was mortally wounded and died on March 25, 1969, leaving his wife and 2 children. He was 25 years old. Specialist 4th Class Michael Street was the son of Mr. Charles Street and Mrs. Al Huffstickler. Spec 4 Michael Street graduated from Central High School in May of 1970 and joined the Army on July the 30th, 1970. His sister Carolyn and his brother Charles lived in Spindale. He died on June the 6th, 1971. He was 19 years old. Sergeant Marks was unable to travel to Washington to see the wall. Peter McCann made a promise to him that they would see the wall together, and from that promise it was decided to bring the Wall That Heals to Rutherford County as a tribute to Stormin' Norman from all the guys that he loved and missed, and by all the lives that he touched. They still think of you, Stormin' Norman, as if you were still here. Peter says that the tears he cried at your funeral were tears of happiness, and in his heart he knew that you were going to a better place and that you would suffer no more. One day we'll all meet again. Until then, peace and love, Peter.